Welcome everyone. What a week. What an electric game of footy that was Sunday afternoon. Seems like a while ago now, but Wailidge Marawa, the underdogs, taking down top four Nam on Sir Doug Nicholls' round. We'll delve plenty into that as time goes on, as I welcome in back-to-back weeks. Oh,
yeah.
Rehab's getting a bit stagnant for the big fella.
It's been a rarity in recent time, but it's good to be back, mate. I obviously don't have a hell of a lot on if I'm spending my days talking to you, but it's good to see your face, mate.
Some would say that's an ideal weekly task, is coming
Not
in
me.
and chatting footy with Thump. Look, we've got to apologise to all the fans. Like, this is a late recording. Like, we have no way of letting them know when the potty's going to be late.
Nah, it's not like we have a massive social media or Twitter and we could say it, but...
Would people care?
Probably
if you're like
not.
coast to coast is delayed, the people are like, what is that?
Well, mate, they'd care because of the guests today.
What's your average listening sample size?
It actually doesn't go that big.
I don't want to tell you pre-game in case you pazz out with nerves. So
well, that's not going to happen. So
Just whisper in my ear.
yeah,
it's for large.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah. I want a good day.
Yeah. I
Will
can
Witho
imagine.
break the internet?
I think so. How are you, mate?
good,
What's happening?
good. Nah, always happy to be on the podcast after a win.
We timed it well for you.
Yeah, smart.
Yeah, welcome, mate.
I love asking guests what they do on their day off. I think it paints a good picture as to what they got going on in life. So we're coming off a Wednesday day off, recording Thursday. What'd you do yesterday?
Yesterday was a little bit of uni. I've got a couple of assignments due back end of the semester, so dialed into that.
Bit of chat GPT going on for some of those assignments with her. Pressed a time.
Yeah, a little bit. I think everyone uses it these days. You're actually allowed to. You've just got to acknowledge it.
Actually,
Yeah.
what, just reference it at the bottom?
Yeah, well, you can use it. You obviously can't copy it word for word, but
I've been
if that's
making-
where you get your references from, so you can type in
Do my
the assignment question and whatever and
Mm.
say, can you reference this using APA 7th edition, blah, blah, blah. And it gives you some references at the bottom and it gives you some text. And then you just go in, look at those references, use that text, and then you can say at the bottom, like a little disclaimer, I've used
I cheated.
ChatGPT to enhance my assignment. You can't copy it word for word. You obviously need to do a lot of your own thing, but it's just another form of research. It's just, yeah.
I've been making my uni way harder than it needs to be. My assignments, I really should be doing that.
Yeah, well, Perplexity is another good one. Same sort of AI tool.
Mm-hmm.
So a little bit of that. But no, I'm doing all my own work, obviously.
Do you leave the Golden Triangle on your day off?
I do come to Lathlane. Yesterday, the
It's only
body's
fine,
sort of
leave,
getting
mate.
the body's sort of getting a little bit niggly this stage of the season. So come in, get a massage, have a sauna, do some recovery. I know it all sounds pretty tough, but yeah, that's sort of what my morning looks like before getting into uni, and then a few errands in the afternoon.
What about you? What do you do on your day?
Mate, I've in attempts to try and fix my body, I've started seeing this like my therapist who is down south in Freo. So I go there. A couple of the boys do actually. Jakey, Petchy, Longy. So two of the four haven't injured at the moment, so he's going really well.
But
Jakey's winning the Coleman, so that kind of evens it out. Did a bit of that. Bit of stuff around the house, life admin, things going on behind the scenes. But one thing we haven't got into, we're probably the two of the guys, we haven't really gotten to golf.
Nah.
You and I.
Nah.
So-
Bought a set of clubs.
Yeah.
Tried to get into it. Hurt my shoulder early 2022. Played the whole year with a bung shoulder, so didn't play golf. Went to go back into it with all the boys. Was so crap that I decided that was it. Sold my
gone.
clubs. Yeah, that was it. Just called it a day.
Did you say they were brand new clubs when you sold them?
Well, they
Unused.
basically were. Because normally when I was swinging, they were fresh aries, or topping the ball, so they weren't very dirty.
Do you think that's not it's a common thing I hear from some of the people on the list, is the frustration? Is that coming with being an elite athlete and a competitive sportsman, is that you find something that you're just so dog meat at? Like, my psyche can't handle being this crap at a sport.
I think the other thing is you have dweebs like Gaffy and he hits it further than you. And it's
Yeah.
like, come on, mate. Like, really? Like, look at this guy and he's belting it past me. Like, that's a tough pill to swallow.
I had a golf lesson one day, and the pro told me that with my thoracic range and the way my back moves, I'm probably going to struggle to be any good.
Oh, he capped you, really?
Like, he was like, your swing, like, as long as you're playing footy and all the impact and all the training and all the weights you have to do, like, it really affects my mobility. So
It's a shocking lesson.
So you walked out going, so sweet. You told me I'll never be any good at this.
So that was enough evidence for me that the game wasn't for me.
He didn't buy your clubs off you, don't you, chance, so convincing you to retire.
Half-price clubs.
Nah.
All right, talk me through the emotions of a game like that, Witho, whether it be the build-up with the First Nations past players coming in, being a part of the change rooms, listening to the spiel, to the mania that was, a couple of outstanding performers, great all-round team effort, the Bulls getting it done, post-game change rooms. What do you want to touch on?
Well, you've just touched on all of it, haven't you? So
Give me some detail, because I watched it from a tube. Give me some detail inside the walls.
It's been good this year. Obviously, with Pikey coming on board, and COVID set a lot of things back for a while, but it feels like we're starting to integrate our past players a lot more. I think against Richmond, we had the 94 boys back. We had them in the change rooms before the game, which was really good.
You're not talking 87, are you? The first?
No, 87, the first.
It was
team.
87, sorry.
94's to come.
I was thinking 30-year anniversary.
Hey, there were a couple that were still there. So
so we had the 87 boys in, which was really good, and we won that game. So having them in the change rooms afterwards was really cool. And then on the weekend we had the First Nations players. So
did you know any of them, Willow? Like, do you have relationships with any of the past Eagles Indigenous players?
I've met a couple of them. Yep, had played with a couple as well. But just watching their highlights and hearing some of their stories during the week were pretty eye-opening and pretty amazing, and they're all pretty talented players, so it was great to have them in there. It just brings that different sort of energy to a normal week. And then, game day, especially at home with our fans, have been amazing. The atmosphere's been really good. Our game plan's pretty simple at the moment. We're all dialed into our roles, and we've had some good continuity with the team over the last 6 weeks. So everyone just sort of knows what they have to do and does their bit. And I think, as you touched on, it was a really good team performance. Everyone went out there and executed their role, but we obviously had a few star players, Harley, Jake, Gov, TB, those sort of guys, TK. But I think it was a really good team performance, and when you walk off the field afterwards, I think that's how it would have looked.
Who did you enjoy vibing with in the change rooms, Oz?
I don't know, like Harley's always a good one just because he's like happy and the first time I experienced it. I'm really enjoying like Jack Williams now he's going, and he just seems so happy to be playing well. So, but then again, I always revert back to the guys I'm good mates with. So like I always see Willow give him a big slap up because I can see how much he puts in to play and to play at a high level. It's funny, Jake just disappears now. Like Jake gets back in the change room, doesn't want to see anyone, like goes off, does his media at the moment, and then so you don't really get much chance with him. But the other great thing on the weekend was Coley's 100th game. So we had a bit of a group catch up afterwards. The boys had a 7-day break, so it was a good opportunity for everyone to hang out together, and it was nice to see us all in one place. So we don't really get many opportunities as a playing group to all catch up. So that was pretty special, and being Sir Douglas Nicholls round, Coley's 100th, and a big win against a really good side, that was really. It was kind of a perfect storm for it, really.
We take a look at Coley's attempted goal in game 100. What are our thoughts on this one?
Yeah,
great run from behind. Oh, yeah. I actually didn't know that happened. I had no idea that happened. Someone referenced it at training today, and I didn't realise he got on the end of one.
Yeah, he was standing the mark on the wing, and he got ahead of the play, and so he was like the furthest forward, and they've kicked it to post, and then it was just a quick rebound through the gut, so he was already ahead of the play. But like me and Jacko Nelson were in the players box, and I said, I was like, it feels like a Coley goal kind of game, and we're like, oh yeah, bring the house down, it'd be awesome.
That would have blown the lid off.
And we were so happy when he got out the back, and then just absolutely munged it, like missed it by 20 metres to the right.
The one that Harley kicked, where he turned that bloke inside out in the pocket, I actually got ahead of the play, and if you watch the vision, TK's got the ball and I'm all by myself running inside 50. Ball goes to Harley. I'm thinking I'm getting down there for a little feedback.
Yeah.
I'm like 99.9% of players are picking this ground ball up and feeding it back to me all by myself. I was already thinking about my goal celebration, had it in the book, and then, the talent of the kid to turn him inside out and kick a goal.
Fence someone off when he doesn't even have the ball yet, which is insane.
Did you listen to him through the media they did this week? A couple of interesting comments. So he talked to ABC post-game, We'll have a quick listen to that one now.
In April, there's actually 3 of our birthdays, and I missed my sister's, mine too. I got to spend that on my own, so that was probably the worst birthday, but it was good to get back, and I felt like I needed to see the family, and all 3 of us had birthdays, so it was good to connect back there with them, and obviously see Nan, Pa, Uncle, Auntie, so it was good. Sometimes on your day off you just love to drive around and see your family, but obviously you can't, so it was good to get a weekend back home and see the fam.
But he did really want to follow that up a little bit because he had Talking Footy last night on Channel 7. Let's have a quick listen to those comments.
Well, obviously, I don't really feel that I've been homesick at all. I think you're so busy over here, and the club's been huge with that remark. And I think for me, it's been good to get away too. Obviously, you get into a new home, you learn new things. Like I haven't done life without my family. So it's good for a change. And I wouldn't say I've felt homesick at all. I just felt like it was a great time throughout the year to get back and see my family and friends. So I
want to ask you real quickly, like we are witnessing something pretty special at the moment. Do you ever, you're seeing the coverage and seeing it's Nick Nat 2.0, do you ever get concerned for Harley's well-being, seeing what's transpiring?
I just think like everyone's hanging on every word he says. So like everything he says is a massive story, and he's a 19-year-old country kid, young man. So it's not necessarily, he's not the most media trained bloke of all time, but on behalf of the homesickness stuff, like I grew up in Perth, like played here, but you grew up in Geelong and then went to Brizzy. Like I'm sure there were stages in your first year you were like, I'd love to go home. Like I'd love to see my family this weekend. So I think the club did a great job recognising that and allowing him to see his family.
Yeah, absolutely. Difference at Brisbane was it was 2 hours away. So 4-day breaks, you get a weekend off. It was easy to go home. Or, you had a Saturday day game. I could fly out Saturday night and the club would let you come back Tuesday. Brisbane were really good with that early in my career. But being in Perth, it's really difficult. So and I obviously didn't have the profile Harley had. So people didn't notice if I wasn't at training on a Monday. Whereas if he's not there, the whole internet breaks. So
if I look back at your career highlights, how many effective fend-offs have you had in your career?
Zero. I genuinely reckon zero.
I've had a couple, but like 2 or 3, and I can remember them because that's how rare they are. But on Harley, like you can look at it one or two ways. He's still putting himself out there. He's still doing media. The club's still allowing him to do that, and he's still wanting to do that. He still wants to connect with the fans and give himself to the game. But if it gets to a point where it becomes ridiculous and they do start picking apart everything he says, like it might force him to go down the dusty.
Yeah,
he'll just stop doing it. So if you want to keep hearing from the kid, like just let him be
out.
19 years old.
And on what you say about Nick stuff, like he's way bigger than Nick. Like let's address that. Like Nick at his peak when he was in probably 1920 was obviously like a terrific player, but like peak Nick in his first year, Harley's bigger than that. Like,
are we talking the star or the talent?
I'm talking
on
the
field?
star and talent on field. Like Harley right now is like this. Don't have another word. Like the amount of ridicule, speculation, articles on him, everything. I think
he is Hollywood of Perth.
Yeah. So
Nick was from Perth as well, so that whole narrative around the staying, leaving.
Yeah, there wasn't a story.
The salary cap was at a different stage as to what it is now. Like it's all relative, but the numbers that get thrown out obviously sound a lot bigger than they would have back then. But
social media is the other thing. Like social media wasn't as big when Nick was in his first couple of years, right? Like everyone's got a phone and everyone's on social media all the time, so it's just getting so many
Seems like
clicks.
everyone's got a burner account these days.
Yeah.
On that, I reckon you honestly should have to put your identification, your driver's license or whatever, to get any form of social media, because there's that many troll accounts and that sort of thing these days that it's actually getting out of hand for a lot of players and what they experience, and it's just forcing a lot of us to get off.
Yeah, and you'd hate to see
media.
that. That's a big loss for everyone involved if that's the case. The double fend off to Track and Oliver it was so classic, particularly when you had the image come up of a young Harley Reid having a photo taken with Track, possibly at some meet and greet, a photo opportunity, a training day, and our mate Josh Garlop flipping the pictures. Did you see that?
Yeah, it was good fun. Yeah, I did enjoy that with Harley being the Track and Track being the little boy. Yeah, it was good to see.
Josh Garlop's got some good content.
I knew you would have seen that also. I'm sure you're up and about for that. Mate, this backline's humming right now. Absolutely humming. So the Melbourne are coming off 6 straight wins at Optus, averaging 110 each time they come here. Love the track, hold them to 70. Got star performers and some cohesion going on.
Yeah.
How awesome is it to just be a part of this right now?
Yeah, it's been good. And even in the games, like we got pumped by Collingwood the week before, but I think they only kicked 100 points, whereas in the last couple of years that would have been 140. So I think the synergy of the group's really good. We've got some star players down there, but everyone understands their role. Everyone can play sort of every position within the back line. So some, on the weekend, for example, I was playing on Harrison Petty at the first bounce. Then 2 minutes later, I was playing on Shane McAdam in the goal square. And then 2 minutes later, I'm up on Petrarca at the stoppage. So same as Hoffy, same as Roth, Gov, TB, Duggo, Coley. We all just sort of mix and match and can sort of play any role within that back line, which makes it a lot easier. We don't get too caught up on the matchups. We just back each other in and back our system in. And obviously the forwards and mids on the weekend did a really good job as well. So they're really integral to how we defend.
Talking about Hoffy just then and Jake, who do you think would have been longer odds to finish top 5 of a BNF this year? What would the betting market have been for that before a game was played? With all the factors in play.
Yeah, probably Jake, I reckon, just because I think Hoffy had started to cement himself in the starting 22, and I've always been like a big Hoffy man and plays such an unheralded role. He's become kind of that shutdown player, I suppose, in the last couple of months. When Jakey, I've always rated him incredibly highly. Like, we've been at the club the whole time together, and I can see, and he's dominated waffle footy for so long. And this is a funny thing. People are like, where's this come from? Like, he's just doing exactly what he did at waffle at AFL level now.
Yeah.
Like, he's always done this when he's played. He just has had to play a different role at AFL level. So it might mean he's playing as a high pressure forward, or he's doing something else rather than being the go-to man inside 50. And he's definitely reaping rewards for the big fella. And he just seems to be having so much fun. Like, as a friend, just watching him play, like, it makes me happy. Just like, he just seems so happy when he's out there and having a great time.
Are you boys grounding him, or he does that himself?
He's pretty grounded. Yeah. He probably goes the opposite way. Like, the more he plays better, the more he shuts down and internalizes a little bit, because he's so conscious of not wanting to get ahead of himself or whatever. But Oscar can attest to this, playing in the forward line. It's been tough playing up there the last couple of years. So, being 24, 25, as he started to mature and have more responsibility down there, there hasn't been a lot of supply, a lot of games last year. There would have been 30 inside 50s and that sort of thing. So now that when our midfield gets on top and we can get some slick ball movement going, you get a chance to be one-on-one, and he's unbelievable at that. So
yeah, I think he even started last year before he obviously had his health issues. Like, he was playing really well. I think he got maybe 3 Brownlow votes against JWS in round 2 last year. Like, he was on a trajectory to have a great year, maybe not to the level in terms of just pure output of goals as he has had so far this year, but it's something where we always thought, me personally, that Jack, myself and Jade and Jakey could play together a certain way, which we did last year. So, I'm looking forward to coming back and play so I can hopefully just merge in with that 3 that we kind of started last year. And he was playing really well last year until obviously he wasn't able to play anymore.
Yep.
We're all looking forward to it. Great man. We saw Elijah Hewer take the track and have his first run post-surgery, ticking off major milestones. Can you relate to that kind of feeling of when you got these big boxes to check in the build?
Yeah, I can. I think being through a long-term injury a couple of years ago, it's just, you just get it done. You're like, all right, what's next? Like, I'm in a stage now where I just want to play footy and play as soon as I can and do the best I can, but in a way that doesn't risk me getting hurt again. So I'm not really, yes, I've ticked that box. It's like, okay, sweet, when do I get to do skill work? Right? When do I get to do contest work? Like, I just want to keep taking the next step. So I'm sure Huey's going through that as well, but that's just my perception of rehab. It's like, you tick something off and you can't really afford to be so happy that, I'm running now. It's like, sweet, okay, when can I start getting more speed into my running and making sure you can do the next thing? That's how I've been going about it.
I think for Huey, like, what we saw from him last year in the back end was pretty phenomenal, given how his body was going. He was pushing through a fair bit of pain to play, and obviously he's such a talent, and we're really excited about what he's going to do for the footy club for the next 12 years. That they've just taken a more conservative approach. Don't want to rush him, allow him to get his body right. So it's going to be really exciting once he is back injury-free, able to train the way he wants to play and play the way he wants to play.
Definitely the right call from the club as well.
Yeah.
Like it was something that a lot of guys at other clubs had the same/similar issue, and then just nipping it in the butt, getting this surgery done, it seems to have paid dividends for them as well. So hopefully it's the same with Huey.
A special mention to Big Baz, Bailey Williams, and the job he's got to do on Max Gorn. There's constant mentioning throughout the call about the continued support that the teammates had around ground, whether it be impeding Max's just jog through, roughing up, however you want to describe it. Can you describe what some of those tactics were, how they were implemented?
Oh, Max is obviously just a fantastic footballer, has been for 10 years, dominates teams. He's had a really good year this year. He's a really good athlete, so it's just more of a, if you see him, if you can get in the way of him and make his day a little bit harder, take away a bit of his energy to compete against Bailey. It wasn't anything too drastic. We're a team that likes to play the ball and focus on playing the ball, so we don't worry about too much of the stuff off the ball. So if he's there and he's picking up the ball, tackle him and lay on him a bit longer, that sort of thing. But it was more just about the contest, and Bailey did a really good job, and he was supported by a really good midfield on the night. So
your forwards were up and about with the pressure, Oz. Was JD led the way, he had 12 tackles, but the forward half stoppages were monstrous of that game, 45 to 15. It's JD's highest average tackle count since what year?
Would have been like 2011 when he started.
12.
I think you're right that his first year was his highest, but he hasn't averaged this high. I think it's 3.7 since 2014. But you are right. I think the first year was his best year.
Yeah, the way he's developed and changed his game has just been really impressive from the outside. And I think he was getting a lot of public ridicule and somewhat scrutiny at the start of this year. But like his attitude and effort to, I'm just going to be consistent, bring a contest, help the team any way I can. Like he's allowed a lot of the other boys to flourish, and I mentioned Jack Williams earlier. Obviously, Jakey's having a terrific year himself, but JD's doing all the little things, and laying 12 tackles as a key forward is like ridiculous. Like I couldn't tell you the last time a key forward's done that.
Well, that's how he cut his teeth when he first started playing. He was just a fierce competitor, chased down tackles. That's what Woosha loved about him, and he's had his own injury battles with his. I mean, it's on record. He basically played with a broken arm last year.
Well, he hasn't done a lot of media, and he finally did some this year, and then really divulged a lot of that, which a lot of the common fans didn't know. You would have inside the four walls.
Yeah, we knew he had a broken arm and a plate in there, and then
had 2 surgeries in the off season.
Yeah, played 3 weeks after breaking it. So there's a lot of those sort of things that affect your confidence in your body, and I think now he's got it back, and he's, as Oscar touched on, he's playing with that real hunger and determination, and doing all the little things that we really value. Last
footy question. It's been very footy heavy, but Simo touched post game. I thought this was quite interesting. Makes sense, but I want you to touch on it a bit more. One of you two. He said that you haven't really worked on ball movement too much. It's been more let's play the clip.
No, we haven't really touched on our ball movement because we've got other priorities. So our kickings are going all right at the moment, but that's Gov's just hitting a couple of good kicks, and we just take what they give us. But we're not neglecting it, but it's the priorities: contest, defence, field position, clearances, and then the ball movement. If you have to build up from the back half like we have been for 3 years, it just doesn't sustain itself. So we need to be a front half team eventually.
It doesn't seem crazy to an outsider that something like that is. He said not neglected, but you haven't touched on it. It's almost a sense of excitement that you haven't been able to tackle it yet, but are still playing to a level where you can take it to opposition.
Yeah, I think ball movement can be something that's overrated in the game anyway. Like if it's hard to get, teams are so good at defence nowadays that if you're losing field position through stoppage and can't win a contest, then it's going to be hard to win the ball back and go at the game. So last year we were trying to get our ball movement going from the back pocket half the time, and teams just crunch you and and you get stuck. So as Simo alluded to in that clip, it's about getting field position through stoppage and contest, and then behind the ball when we win it back. If you can win it back, then you can play with a bit of speed, or the game's if it's turnover to turnover and you win it back, the game's broken up and there's guys everywhere. So
ball movement is a byproduct of all these other things, essentially.
Essentially, yeah. Like there's obviously certain things you can get better at, and you might be your run from behind or your method or that sort of thing, how you set the ground up. But yeah, I'd say it's like a 2% thing, and then the other stuff's more important. And you look at teams like Melbourne and Brisbane and the teams at Geelong that have been really successful over the last few years. That hasn't been the thing that they've been best at. It's been a byproduct of the other stuff they do well.
What a fantastic segue, really. Very articulate. And it brings me to the point of the teammates voting for the person who they think was most likely to be a coach post-footy. And you two absolutely streamed ahead in the pack as getting the 2 votes.
Well done, mate.
Why are the teammates putting you in that regard, do you think? Is it footy nerds? Is it talking a lot?
Which is so smart, mate. I don't know. I think we both like footy and we want to articulate and figure out why things happen. And I think we're both really keen for this group to be successful. So we're trying to figure out the issues and what's going wrong, and then also what's going right, and how to fix that. So like Witho said, like the style of footy you want to play is based off a contest. Like that's all the good sides in the AFL. There's no tricks behind it. They're good around the ball and they defend really well. So that's what we've been focusing on as a group, and I'm sure as we get further down the track, we'll start talking more about ball movement. But right now, that's all we need to focus on. And that's something that you and me speak a lot about. We talk a lot about footy, and we talk with a lot of other players as well. But yeah, I think it's just we have a general interest in the game and a real want for this group to be successful. And to do that, you have to have people that really want to fix the issues at hand.
Yeah, I think Oscar nailed it on the head, but we're both problem solvers as well. So you see something and we don't like to sit on our hands, and footy's something we're both passionate about. So when there's a problem or something going well, we're always inquisitive as to why, and always want to know why and ask questions. And I think that probably lends to why people say that.
Well, if you have some time, I could probably use a bit of your nous down at under 9s, North Beach.
Are you coaching?
I am.
Are they you guys OAN or what?
Nah, we're 1 and 2. We got some areas that need some improvement.
Such as?
Some strong teams out there. I won't name names. We could do some improvement.
I'm actually heading down to the State 18s tonight for the WA. So if they perform badly, then it's on me.
Tell my man Benny Dyer, the coach. Oh, he's not the coach anymore.
Mark Webb.
Oh, he's moved to Hale, hasn't he?
Yeah, Mark Webb.
How is he?
My first night tonight, so I'll get back to you.
Nervous.
When's the fixtures? When are the games for WA?
They've got a practice game this weekend against Claremont Reserves, and then
should they belt them?
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure.
I don't reckon they will. I reckon it's pretty close historically.
Yeah.
How'd they go last week against the State 21s?
Not sure.
Don't know.
No, not sure. But yeah, we've got the Allies next weekend. So.
Okay. They crammed the 3 games. Is it 3 games?
4 games, and they're not crammed anymore.
Okay.
So it's over like a 6-week period or something.
Roger. Yeah. All right. What are you looking after? A line or just?
Yeah, so I'll go down tonight and help out with some of the backs and take a station at training in their rotations.
Sweet.
And just work in with the other coaches and get a bit of an understanding of their teaching styles, and if there's any like little 1% things I can help with, I will. But I'm mostly there to learn off the other coaches.
Love it.
How good you're going to get all the Black Swans kit. You're going to be a full Western Australian, mate.
That's
you're going to have to adapt it. Yeah, I love it.
I actually feel a bit weird about it because I've been Vic Country through and through.
Playing the Allies, you're telling them like the wrong things to do, so your boys get up.
But no, I'm not Allies, mate. I'm Vic Country.
You've been everywhere, actually.
Yeah. But Vic Country, like, through and through.
Yeah, okay.
But yeah, the other thing is, just word up a few of our recruiters about some of the good WA boys.
Yeah.
Had a classic coaching moment on the weekend. So I'm main coach. Lecker is the assistant coach.
Oh, yeah. You were saying
/ runner. And my son's come running off the ground, and normally he's hurt, but he wasn't on this occasion. He's come running off and he's gone, I lost my mouth guard in the middle of the game. Like, yeah, good on you, mate. You go have a seat and think about what you've done. And Lecker's out there looking for it. at centre half forward amongst the congestion of 40 other children, until one of the parents have yelled out to my son,
It's in your sock.
"It's in your sock." And then we thought, why don't we leave Lecker out there for a while
And just run around
and
looking for a mouth guard.
just see if he can find something out there.
Did he?
Someone eventually wrangled him in, but geez, it was funny.
I lost my mouth guard on the weekend as well. My car got broken into after the game on Sunday night.
Seriously?
Yeah, broke in. Car was parked at out the front of Dom Sheed's place, and someone had my footy bag in the front, footy boots, mouth guard, watch, all that sort of stuff. Someone's broken in, smashed the passenger side window, stole all my footy boots, my mouth guard, and everything. So this week's been
How annoying.
an annoying week trying to get a mouth guard sorted, get some footy boots.
Surely the boots were the easiest part, or were they very special made?
I had the pair that I was wearing, plus I had 2 fresh pairs sitting there, because I always bring a spare pair, and then I just had another pair just sitting there because I just got them. So
Annoying.
Did I tell you about?
shout out to Puma.
Did Tommy Shee get anything like robbed in his house, or was it just your car?
Nah, just my car.
Unbelievable.
Did I tell you last year at a game I forgot my mouth guard and left it at the club here, and it was like as we were running out, I quoted Drew Petrie.
No.
And I went, Dish, get in your car and drive to the club right now. Go in my locker.
Piggish by
And
you.
then Dish is like, yep, because you're champ. Like Dish is the best
He
bloke
would
ever.
do that. He would.
And he drives, and then the runner fit 20 minutes in the first quarter comes out, and I'm just so used to having it. Like some people don't play with mouth guards. I've had a mouth guard since I was like 6 years old, and it's always just been like, wear your mouth guard. Felt like I was playing with no undies on. Like I felt so exposed out there. Mouth guard came out, and then like a minute later, someone kicked me the ball, and I got on the end of one. I was like, yeah, this is.
So did you touch it in the first 20?
No, I didn't. I swear I was having an absolute stinker, and then I got my mouth guard straight away. The ball came to me.
It's like Mike.
Yeah, legit.
shoes.
With the shoes.
Did West Coast have no runner for 20 minutes while he was at the club fetching your crap?
I think Wheels was running that day, maybe. Someone else was running. He didn't have a role, but Drew, the greatest man. He's the best man at the footy club.
Easily.
By a country mile.
By a country mile, yeah.
Okay. All right. Are we almost ready? Oh, yeah. So you're not PSA. There's no PSA footy anymore.
No PSA this year.
Did you get the axe? Was performance not good enough?
Yeah, what happened, mate?
Where do we
Talk
sit
us
there?
through it.
Nah, mutual.
Oh, yeah.
They released a photo of Bandy's Alcoa Cup winning team. I look like a genuine toothpick in it. 2001.
Can you show us that photo?
If I turn side on, I'm gone.
Can you show us that photo?
Yes. In the meantime, I'm gonna. I don't know if we get that. Thoughts on draws? What are your thoughts on draws, Willow? You're an AFLPA man, right?
Yes.
What if they came
We
to you
both
for a
are,
vote?
actually.
I know, but what if
Yes.
they came to you for the vote of the draws?
I would love extra time. I think it adds to the theatre of the game. There's just this empty feeling when a draw happens. I don't know. I think the fans would love extra time as well.
Absolutely.
It would be just chaos. Like even you look back at the elimination final that West Coast won that year. Like that's awesome.
Thoughts on this? Extra time, but no substitutions.
So you just got to play 18.
You got to pick your fittest 18, and it's like, and then you got to go right. Do we play a ruckman, or do we put do we just play like a tall?
How are you feeling if you're in the 4 though?
Oh, I don't care. You just not. You just like make it strategic as possible. Like I'm all about make it as easy if you're a coach to impact the game as possible.
Nah, I reckon you've got to have rotations just because it's
Health and safety stuff?
Yeah,
Yeah.
like for injury purposes.
Boys just faking hammies.
Well, the game's already hard enough.
Yeah.
You don't have to leave them out there for.
That stumper in the team
Oh.
photo.
My God.
That's real toothpick sort of areas.
Not much
isn't
of me
it?
there.
And you guys won?
Yeah.
Do you have any good players in your team?
Cale Morton was 2 years younger than me. Mitch Morton was 2 years younger than me. So he was floating in and out of the team in year 10 when I was in year 12. But that's the year 11 team, so he wasn't there. Samps played in year 12 for Trinity when I was in year 11. And Samps did some things.
Were you playing ones in year 11?
Yes.
Who was Mr. Thumper paying?
We asked.
No, I had to earn my way in there.
Yeah.
I didn't start there.
Yeah,
I played
okay.
the final 3 games to qualify and then to play the rest of it. And
I believe the question was there any good players in that team, not who could have been in that
Yeah,
team or who was in the opposition team.
Who grew up in WA for 5 years?
You know who played in there was Chad Jones, former Eagle.
Oh, yeah.
Chaddy Jones was our ruck.
Yeah.
But he was, wasn't our star player.
Yeah, okay.
He was just well-rounded. But Samps for Trinity did some things I've still never seen replicated on a footy field.
Yeah, I
in
can
year 12.
imagine. Yeah.
Unbelievable viewing. All right. This is morbid, but I'm going to bring it up quickly before fan questions,
Go
right?
on.
So the Singapore Airlines flight, the one that dropped
Years ago?
No, recently dropped 6,000 metres in the air.
Oh, yeah.
The fella passed away having a heart attack. A lot of people hit the roof. Did you hear about this? It just happened.
No.
Goodness me. So 211.
We're here for footy chat.
Well, this is getting around to it.
Okay.
So it's pertinent because a lot of the people there's blood stains on the roof of the aeroplane because people slammed up into it.
Don't look up this weekend.
Yeah.
How often are you putting the seatbelt on when you're sitting in your seat chilling?
Mate.
Nah. Well,
Will you do it more now that you've heard this
no.
morning
But
story?
we're obviously travelling 4 or 5 hours on a plane for a lot of our games. So we're standing up. As soon as the seatbelt signs off, most of us are standing up, like trying to.
We're told to not sit down.
That's fair. You're European holidays then. If you're sitting in your chair chilling, will you always be wary to put the seatbelt on, or it's like
Depends. Is it a boys' trip or a trip with the missus? Because if it's a boys' trip, I'm asleep.
with a seatbelt on?
Probably.
Yeah.
okay.
If it's a boys' trip, it's the rest for the week,
Yeah.
mate. This is your time to sleep.
That's your recharge time.
Keen to know. All right. Final question
Make it
before
a good
fan
one.
question.
Go
Yep.
on.
So I've been reviewing a lot of 94 Vision of late because we're getting close.
This is good.
Do you want to show him, do you?
No, you do it. I'll set it up.
Well, it's the
Bottom one?
It's the Pike one, right? What does it say? It's got Pike in
I
the title.
can see it from here.
Yeah, so this will go on. What are our thoughts on the old 5-minute warning clock? Would you like to see that return?
Hell yes.
Yeah.
The red time and then the clock.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's so good.
You like that?
As a kid, I used to get my phone out. And
Did they
just,
know
like,
on the bench if
Yeah,
like
they'd have to, wouldn't
yeah?
they?
So like I think on the bench, like the players, like we obviously should still know.
But fans not.
Fans, I would love to be sitting at home not knowing when the siren's
Yeah.
going to go.
And the AFL app should have it as well. AFL app should have like 27 minutes because AFL app
yeah.
counts down.
Yeah.
Like good for the spectacle. Like we want to talk about making this game an entertainment piece. That would be like insanely good.
Would it be the only sport where you don't know the time remaining in a game?
Soccer, you don't know the time
But it's-
remaining in the game.
yeah.
No, they hold the sign up.
No, yeah, but the umpire makes a
Yeah.
jurisdiction call. So, like, say, hold the sign up, someone gets hurt in that 90+2.
Sure.
Yeah.
And then the umpire's like, you know what, I'm going to go to 98.
I saw a throwback to the Carlton West Coast final 2011
I was when
maybe.
JK played in that one, yeah.
Oh, it was Gaffy's first year he was
yeah,
playing.
2011, yeah.
And
Coxie was playing
West
against
Coast
it, yeah.
West Coast won an absolute thriller. It might have been an elimination final or something.
It was a semi, I reckon,
Semi, okay, yeah.
because we lost to
To make
Collingwood.
the prelim, hey?
Yeah, to lose
Yeah.
to Geelong the next
Yeah.
the next week.
And it was at Subi and it had to count up clock. No one knew how long was left. It was so close. And I was sitting there watching the vision being like, Jesus, I thought the game was going to be done. But it just keeps going and going and there's so many more moments and it just really added to even though it wasn't live.
Yeah,
So I think it needs to come back.
there we go.
Imagine, like, the AFL umpires being like the soccer umpires and just like, that's enough.
Yeah,
Just
their
blow the
own-
whistle, just
Yeah.
like, nah, I'm done with this.
All right, so here's a snippet of one of the games v North here. So this is within the first minute of the game, right? So North clearance,
Simo playing?
don't know.
The
What
dark.
years?
Nah,
94
wouldn't
bit
have been.
early. Here we go, bang. Who's hit him there? The CEO.
Pikey.
Pikey's come through, clocked him.
And change the times. No free kick, no 50-metre penalty, splits him, blood pissing out of his face. And watch the replay. So taking a genuine hang.
Coming through. Cheers.
That's a proper cheap shot, eh, from the big fella.
Pikey.
No wonder he had sore shoulders. He's too busy
Yeah.
putting him in the bloke's chins.
I haven't seen him around the club recently to go and ask him about one. While I've got you though,
I'm going to ask him
He
about
probably
it.
wouldn't even remember it. It'd probably just be one of many.
Yeah.
What about these?
Which time?
What about these ones? Like this is deliberate is still in. Like they have
Do you want me to do
deliberate.
this?
Yeah, find the deliberates for me.
And was that paid or not?
Nah, these aren't paid.
Is this before it was a rule?
And it was a rule.
Well, it's 94, but deliberate is a rule. Like the crowd is appealing for that. All right, now look at the next one here. It's not as blatant as the first one, but so Mick Martin here, boundary, cheers.
Deliberate, obviously, but like,
But the crowd is like the
Yeah.
commentators are saying, well, that's deliberate. So clearly the rule is
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
They're just not following it to the letter of the law.
My favourites are, is it Mel Michael or...
where he boots it through.
Yeah, and then like
That's resurfaced lately, hasn't
yeah,
it?
and there's someone asked me about it. He's like, I just wasn't happy with how we were going. He thought I'd send a message to the younger players. So I got it 20 out and
Show forwards how to kick goals.
yeah, kick it 20 rows back through the middle.
Geez, one of the most deliberate, funniest moments of my career was playing at Leaderville Oval. Someone's gone to waste time and boot it through their own goals, the defensive goals, onto Oxford Street over, whatever that street is.
Yeah.
Not Oxford, the other one.
Yeah.
Vincent.
Yeah.
And gone to boot it onto there and has kicked it into the point post by accident. So tried to
it's a
waste
shot on goal, yeah.
Yeah, because there's no time. They don't stop the clock.
Yeah, of
So if
course.
that ball goes on the road, they lose 2 minutes. Great tactic. Did not execute.
People at like Amos do it now. Like they kick it out of bounds and kick it through the car park. It's like a mate who's standing there who just doesn't give the footy back.
Yeah.
All right, fan questions. Thank you to everyone who wrote in. Let's go, Fino. No, you kick it off, Oz.
I want that one.
All right.
Because you do have somewhat of a routine with it from Fino Mirror. How do you do your hair, mate? It's always looking good. You never seem to be having a bad hair day.
No, it always.
What's going on?
It's the guys down at Main Street Barber do a really good job.
Good plug.
Love it.
So
They're using plugs.
Yeah, but what about you? what about you, mate?
no, it's a little bit of hair wax, rub it through the hands, rub it through the hair, pull the sides back like that, and it just sort of sits now naturally. It's
I hope fans
Must be
love
very
writing this
nice.
down.
it's got a bit of memory.
All right. Ruby Ongex. Best game you think you played this year, Willow?
Easy. I'll tell you.
Yeah, probably the Collingwood game. From an impact point of view, but it's a Collingwood game from an impact point of view. But there's been other games like I think even the Derby where I didn't get much of the footy, but just played my role really well and really solidly, and that's sort of what I'm in the team to do. So I walked off obviously more content with that than last week.
Oz, are you locking in round one?
Wasn't round one, but off me.
Yeah.
And I was not very good. That a shocker. But I think the Collingwood game was I think you've defended really well all year, and you've had a slightly different role in terms of probably getting less of the footy, but that was the game where you did both so well, and you were our best player by country mile that day. All right, from I actually want to know the answer to this question too. TRSKPRSK, whatever. How fast can you run with though?
TK. Oh, that's the person. My highest
Ever. Your highest speed ever, top end speed ever.
Yeah, was 32.2.
And what could you do? What's a normal week for you?
Around 30
Yeah.
kilometres an hour, yeah. Last against Collingwood, I think it was 31.2.
Have you got slower, faster since draft year?
So I got slower initially because I got heavier just to play the game. And then the last sort of 18 months, a lot of it's been around footwork, fitness, body transformation. I've actually gained a yard, so I'm a little bit quicker now than what I was probably 18 months ago, which has helped.
All right, I'll go. Lil's extra one. Can I please meet Harley Reid? Lils, go for your life.
Yeah.
Honestly, have a crack. Let me know how it goes.
Come down to Tuesday skill session,
Yep.
open training.
Open training.
Harley will be there signing autographs.
It's the easiest way to meet the big fella.
Yeah.
Love it.
All right, from Stan.LeeW. Who's your favourite soccer team? Are you much of a soccer man? I don't feel like you are.
Nah, I'm not a massive soccer man. I do check the EPL scores when I wake up on a Sunday morning, but I think it would just have to be Tottenham for Ange ball purposes.
Tottenham. They going all right?
Fifth.
Yeah, they made the Europa League this year.
Yeah, so fifth.
Oh, man. Big Ange.
Yeah, Ange ball.
How's, just unrelated, so their season ended last weekend, and they're currently in Australia on their pre-season tour.
Yeah, it's
2 days later,
crazy,
they were
isn't
here
it?
in Australia playing a pre-season game.
Do you wish you'd had that? Do you want to go to Europe and do what the 2006 team did? Go play the exhibition game in London with the
No, I'd
boys?
just rather go to Europe with my mates.
Yeah. Oh, mate.
Not have to play football.
Yeah. Pay us 50 mil each.
Yeah, but I wouldn't
I'll do
complain.
it.
Yeah.
Absolutely, I will. Yeah, I'll play 24/7, mate.
But not so much soccer man, more of a cricket man, and I've normally filling in Gaffy on what's happening in the cricket circles.
So this is a good question. Gaffy reckons he carded you the other day. Talk me through this one.
No, it didn't happen. I actually bowled him with a leg spinner in the shed. So
This is actually a question. So Gaffy's had a sore foot 2 years ago and had surgery. The thought was, from playing footy, it was because Jake Waterman blew off his front leg playing in the nets.
Yeah, Plum, LBW, big in swinging Yorker.
The only out Gaffy had, he said it was missing, going under.
Too good.
We have been known to get down to Shetton Park. What is it, Revo?
Yeah, Revo there.
Where Revo is, get into the indoor nets there.
Love it. What about the bowling machine?
Yeah,
They
you
let
could fire
use
up
that?
the bowling machine. Yeah,
What were you comfortable facing when you got it going? Like 120?
120. Yeah.
Anything more than that's a bit too scary?
Yeah, rattled my stumps a couple times at
Yeah.
125.
Yeah,
I could see it. I actually struggle to pick it up out of the bowling machine more than out of the hand.
Yeah, well, you
Kind
don't
of
see the
spits it
run up.
at you,
Yeah.
That's true. That's true.
Have
You
you
got to
s-
have a trustworthy person with the hand technique and learn their technique.
But Gaffy's a bit more timid, so we're sitting at about 105
Timid's
for him.
a good
yeah.
term to use. Have you seen the bowling machines where it's like coming out of a like a 3D projector and you
Yeah.
see them run in and it like mimics their style and everything? That's
Yeah,
pretty cool.
That is cool.
All right, Jam Walk 101. If you had to pick a coach to come back into the side, who would you pick? And they said in brackets, can't be Shuey. My opinion would be, is it a coach in condition now or is it a coach in their prime?
I'd say they're prime.
Then wouldn't it be a coin flip, in my opinion, between Matty Knights and Luke Shuey of who you'd want? Because their stats marry up pretty well.
Are you neglecting a 300 and something gamer?
Yeah, I am. Would
Okay.
you think he tops them both? Do you think Simo from the outside?
I think Shuey probably suits the modern game better than anyone. Better, like obviously, but not a coach, but involved within the footy club. I would be choosing Drew Petrie
Yeah. Mate, he's so underrated.
because he can play forward, ruck, back. Like so fit and animal. Like that's who I'd be picking.
I reckon he could still play Waffle Eagles if he had a preseason dip.
Are these Nidus
yeah.
stats here?
That's not a stats.
Let me go through them in case you know. 279 games,
Yep.
2 BNFs, skipper, all Australian, youngest player to ever win a BNF.
for Richmond.
Richmond at 19.
He.
Debuted
Yeah,
at 16.
I knew he was.
Debuted
I
at
knew he was a
16.
very good player, but
And you watch him now, bloke can't kick over a jam tin.
I've actually seen highlights of him, and he's actually he hit a few nice kicks in him, and it shocked me.
Mate, he used to kick running goals from 50
Yeah,
like it was a
I
laugh.
Well, he's playing in these 94 clips I'm seeing, so his highlights go back away.
Yeah, no, he was obviously a very good player as well.
All right, I like this one. Sorbet
I'd
weather.
pick Cole Horsley, just FYI.
Okay.
At current condition.
Current condition, yeah.
Sorbet weather. Which player has a far hidden ability to play another position really well?
Far hidden ability.
Like
so
no one knows.
No one knows. I think Tom Barras could go forward.
I've had enough of this conversation. This is such gas. He's tried it before.
He
You don't
hasn't
need any
tried
more-
it.
You don't need any more people coming down there at the moment.
I don't think he would do everything well as a forward, but
He's just good in the air. Like,
he'd be
so
good in the air. He'd be
If he hit the ground, he'd be...
he'd be good at post.
Yeah.
Like if you're kicking to the wing, like Tom's probably the guy you'd want jumping at the ball more than anyone because he's
Yeah.
pretty tall, like long arms.
Times it so well at the highest point.
Yeah.
Are you saying the forward 50 stoppages might not be at 45 with TB in the team?
Mate, I just think TV's so good in the air, but I don't think you give you much at ground, and the big fella blows up.
Yeah.
I think this strongly. Coley would be one of the best pressure forwards in the AFL.
that's probably a
like
good
he would
shout,
be insane. Like imagine him playing CW. Like he'd be so good. And then I reckon Cripper would be like a freak at halfback. I know he started his career there. I reckon imagine him just like sprinting off the halfback line. You just wouldn't be able to catch him.
He's tough as well.
Yeah,
like,
tough. Like and would be quite annoying to play on. I reckon.
Yeah. No, I think that's true around Cripsy, but Coley could play half forward definitely. He'd bring a lot of pressure. Suits the modern game. He's really fit. Pretty tough as well. Yeah. Well, mate, you're the bloody captain of the forward line, so
Make it happen.
Yeah, I will make it happen. Actually, I want to play Coley in the forward line because I reckon he's
He won't want to leave.
he's quite a reliable set shot. Like flower bags him, but they go through.
yeah. Inside 40.
Yeah,
Because you know if he's got it outside 50, he's looking for OL and on the lead.
he's always trying to load. Yeah, do you reckon you could play in the forward line?
Nah.
You're pretty crafty, man. You kick some nice banana goals.
I actually, against Essendon, late in the game, I equalised ahead of the game.
How'd it feel?
Way less pressure down there. Like the game was on the line, and I was like,
mate, you said, here you go.
I was playing ahead of the
This is
ball.
what we do this for. Go.
I was playing ahead of the ball, and I was like, I can't lose this the game from here. Like,
Yeah, mate. Yes, yes.
and the ball's like bobbling around in the forward line,
So good.
and like when you've got to lay an important tackle, you just go for it because you like there's no trepidation of if I miss this, it's through the
You
big
got
sticks.
30 blokes behind
So I had the
you.
most forward 50 tackles for that whole game.
Yeah, you had like 4 in a row, didn't you?
No, I
yeah.
had 2. But, yeah, I was in forward 50 stoppages, like just trying to flush them instead of trying to craft someone for 5 minutes that's way quicker and stronger than me. And then just put a little block on, and I was loving it down there.
So like this is important. You play as a forward and you have a stinker, like people know, but it's like didn't really impact the game today, mate. You're like, yeah, that's my bad. Yeah. You have a stinker down back, it's like you're on the back page of every paper as someone's like sitting on your head. Like you said, I can't lose this game from here. But as a forward, it's like I can win us the game from here. Like you got to have that like I'm going to win, and then you get the ball in your hands and you have a set shot and you go, oh my god, I can now lose this game.
Well, I
from
did
here.
have a shot.
Yeah.
I squeezed the game, got right down in the pocket, had a snap, and it went across the face and hit the behind post. So
Bugger.
but,
Maybe next year.
But I was there, mate. I
Yep.
crumbed it.
Yep.
Little bit of step.
Look, we're taking applications to join the forward line, so.
But
we can see it.
the thing about playing in the back line, and I mean, it gets highlighted all the time, but if you make one mistake, people go, oh, he's had a shocking game.
Yeah.
Because you give up a goal or...
So I felt for Roth, and then when he lost the contest and it's a direct goal, like there's no one else that's touched it from there, and you think if that happens forward to centre, no one's talking about that for the rest of the game.
Yeah, or if you miss a kick, there's always a talk around, you've got to hit the 45 kick to like activate off. If you miss a 45 kick in D50, it's a goal. If you miss one between the arcs or forward 50, no one talks about it. So you lose a contest. If a forward gets outmarked, no one talks about it. The back gets outmarked, it's a goal.
All right, I've got the last question for you.
Second last question. There's one that's not on your page that I've hidden.
Macri1380. Who are you trusting for a shot after the siren to win the game? And I've got 2 in mind.
A question that's been asked before, but very keen on your opinion.
I reckon Cripper would be one.
Yeah, that's who I had.
Very good set shot.
Long set shot, like underrated long.
Yeah, and from like can kick him from anywhere.
Yeah.
Just kicks him straight. Even that one at half time on the weekend, like nearly went through.
That was, I thought that was home for all money off the
It was
boot.
very close.
Yeah.
Very close.
He's just my main go-to. Anywhere
He's injured in this game.
anywhere outside 40, I'd give it to Oscar.
Yeah, I do
He's
get
very
the,
good kick
I do
outs.
get the wobbles close sometimes.
40 to 55 is like Oscar's range.
Jake's a lovely set shot. When he's not tired, when he's tired, he falls off him sometimes. But he's a lovely kick the footy.
Yeah, he is.
think
When
Marek
he hits him well.
I think Marek will have a good set shot when it's all said and done.
He does. Yeah, he does have a good set. I reckon Liam's got a beautiful set shot as well. Liam Ryan.
I'd also probably go Gov because he's just Gov.
And he just kicks it so hard and so hard.
Gov's record of goals kicked around 50 from handoffs are not in fantastic
But
areas.
that's not what I'm talking about.
Talking set
He
shot.
sends shot
Yeah,
after the siren.
I'm just letting you know.
Can't get a handball receive after the siren.
Yeah. Also, enough hype around him, but I also think Harley just wouldn't care. It's about the mentality of him as well. I think Harley's about, I'll just kick this and do a lap of honour and it'll be cool.
I still think about it. You know how people grow up talking
Mate,
about
all
a
the
shot
time
after
I
the
think
siren.
about it.
Every now and then I'll be daydreaming, thinking about a shot after the siren, knowing that I haven't had a set shot in about 3 years. So
Yeah.
Final question. Up to half Australian adults are tipped to have a ticket in tonight's Lotto jackpot draw.
You're speaking to one of them right now.
Oh, you're
just speaking to someone that forgot that was happening tonight and has $11.25 he won last week that he needs to put into tonight.
Roll it over. All right. So 150 mil, third highest total ever in Australian Lotto. A few syndicates on the go, I
I
reckon.
really don't follow the news enough, eh?
Yeah.
So, did you know, just quickly, there was an American Powerball winner. They won $723 million cleared.
Wow.
They suing their partner, their baby mama, because she broke an NDA and told people that they'd won Lotto or that he'd won Lotto.
So they're obviously breaking up then.
Suing her in federal court that she told his own parents. So the question from Thumperlicious, I think it is. If you won tonight's super mega bonanza jackpot extravaganza, who are you telling? What is the small circle? And would you get them to sign NDAs?
Yeah, great question.
People talk, mate. People talk. You tell your partner's family, and they're all of a sudden telling their co-workers.
Not other people's secrets, but my own life has normally been an open book. I don't like keeping things from people. So especially my mates. So I would struggle with that, and I would just want to like buy people things, like shower my friends.
You're already in the triangle, so people might not know that you got 150 million.
No, he might move us to the triangle, mate. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
We could join him.
Yeah, it does get lonely there. Yeah, I would keep it quiet early.
I wouldn't
days.
tell my mum and dad. That's a certainty. My mum's the biggest gossip of all time.
Would you tell like members of the team is they're your close mates, but once if that spreads in the team, you're cooked.
No, because all it takes is one, we're having a set shot and they're trying to put you off and be like, oi, money bags. Like, how's that 150 mil going?
Don't they say it anyway?
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Can't say.
Yeah.
I wouldn't tell anyone, but there would be signs.
Yeah, yeah,
As I'm rolling in my new Maserati, me and Liz Gaines are parking next to each other.
yeah. I mean, I'm already rolling in a Mercedes, so I'm not sure what I'd be upgrading to.
You almost have to be a downgrade. Honest question, me and Lorna, my girlfriend, have spoken about this. Like, realistically, you say, oh, I'll buy a boat. What's the first thing you do?
I'm looking at buying a property.
Yeah, so that's...
Yeah, and probably looking at what this off-season looks like for Grace and I and planning a holiday.
Thump?
Buy your clubs back?
No.
No, don't.
No. Golf would if I had
got
150 million.
No, I think
way.
you asked me last week. The jet ski is
You
probably
create
the
a
first
new
thing.
sport.
Yeah, yeah.
Jet ski is probably on buying that one.
Jet ski?
Yeah.
Yep. I'm getting a personal chef and having like elite food every meal.
It's a far better choice. Yeah.
Engagement ring.
Can't say.
There will be signs.
Yeah.
Willow, thanks for joining us. Lovely to see you every year. Keep doing what you're doing back there. Enjoy
you.
the rest of your day. Good luck on the travel. Ozzy, you travelling with them or not?
Nah, mate. Flynn's Sanity debut for the footy club this weekend.
Yeah, exciting.
So I'm going to be down there supporting the big fella.
10 a.m. MRP Saturday.
10 a.m. I'll be there in the second half. No, I'm just kidding. I'll be there the whole game. But Flinny against Claremont will be good to watch.
No, we're excited to get him back. Excited to get Flinny back. Oscar's 2 weeks away. Barney's almost back. So the cavalry is coming.
Jamo, look out the second half of this season.